Hey, Jose Monkey, can you find me?
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. This one was a bit of a roller coaster of emotions for me, guys. I was really excited when I first saw it, but then I got a little bit worried that I wasn't going to find it. And when I was feeling particularly discouraged, I actually stumbled across the location and felt relieved and excited once again. This video was submitted by user Oh Hey It's Monica. Monica is a longtime fan and has kind of been the unofficial moderator of my comment section. Seriously, if you've ever asked me a question in the comments, especially if it's like one of the frequently asked questions, Monica will often be the person who answers you. I do my best to answer as many of your questions as I can, but sometimes she just beats me to it. And I appreciate that, so thanks, Monica. Anyway, when she finally decided to send me a video of her own, I was very excited to try to find it. And it looked like it was going to be a tricky one. Check it out.
Hey, Jose Monkey, can you find me? Have fun.
So what can we see? Before I go any further, I would first like to comment on Monica's form. We get an on-screen request to be found, which is part of one continuous shot with the rest of the video, and she also helpfully moves out of the way to make sure that we have an unobstructed view. Really just a masterclass for how to record your Find Me video. Nice job. Okay, so I realized that this video was mirrored right away. I say that because we can see that we have cars parked on what looks like the left side of the road, which would be uncommon in the United States. But even without the cars, I knew it was mirrored because I recognized the design on this t-shirt. This is one of the older Star Wars designs that T-Turtle used to sell, and I recognized it because it's one of the few T-Turtle Star Wars shirts that I don't have. Anyway, because I recognized the design, I was able to compare it to the video and see that all the characters on the shirt were reversed. So I flipped the video around. After Monica asks to be found, we get a view of the surroundings, and there's not really a heck of a lot to see. One of the first things I noticed is this metal basket here. I recognize that as a basket used for disc golf, so I figured this was probably a disc golf course. Off in the distance, we can see some houses here, also some electrical transmission lines. A bit closer to the road here, we have this fairly distinctive looking fence. I also noticed that this road appears to have markings for what I assumed was a bike lane. A bit closer, we can see these yellow metal gates here, and we can see that this parking lot is surrounded by these rather large stones. There are a bunch of cars parked here, but there are really no visible license plates or anything else that can help us figure out where this is. And as Monica turns the camera all the way around, we can see some mountains here. The general look of it was making me think that this was probably somewhere in the American Southwest. I was thinking like Utah or Colorado, maybe Arizona. I also noticed that on this nearby hill or mountain here, we have kind of this white shape on the side of it, but I wasn't really sure what I was looking at. Honestly, my first impression is that maybe this was a landfill, and this was one of those like tarp covering type things that they use to like trap odors on landfills, but I had no idea if that was right. And there's really not much else. Okay, so I figured I should be looking for a disc golf course somewhere in the Southwest. I tried to figure out if I could look for disc golf courses in the OpenStreetMap database. If I could do that, then maybe I could find those that were in proximity to other things we see in the video. But there really isn't much else to match on. It looked like there was a bike lane on this road, so I thought maybe we could try that. But I know that those aren't reliably tagged in the OpenStreetMap database, so I was not terribly optimistic. Even so, I got a whole bunch of results. And while I checked many of them, it was actually way too many to check one by one. I also tried looking for disc golf locations that were close to landfills, just in case I was right about what I was seeing on that hill. And I actually only got one result, and that was in Ogden, Utah, but that was not the right place. Guys, I was starting to run out of ideas here. I even started doing crazy stuff. Like I looked at the moon in this video and started trying to figure out if I could use that to find this place. And I was actually like measuring the distance from the horizon to the moon and trying to figure out how many degrees it was. But even after doing that, I realized I didn't know the exact time of day when this was recorded, other than to say it was probably around sunset. So that wasn't really going to help me narrow it down very much at all. Like it was probably going to be in the American Southwest, but I had already figured that out. I was starting to get a little bit discouraged. I actually ended up coming back to this a handful of times over the last few weeks. And each time I would just spend a few minutes, I don't know, looking for clues and hoping maybe there was something else that I had missed. But I really didn't see anything else. What is going on with you?
Me? Nothing, bro.
You're acting weird.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Anyway, I was starting to worry that I might not be able to find this place. And when I brought this up again yesterday, I knew I hadn't figured anything else out and I didn't have a good methodical approach. So I just decided to dive in and let intuition guide me. I felt like maybe Colorado was a good bet, so I started there, and I just started looking at disc golf courses in Colorado. And there are kind of a lot of them. Because I'd only been doing that for a handful of minutes before I saw this location. And the first thing I noticed was that this parking lot was surrounded by very large rocks. And when I dropped down to the street view, I saw the distinctive fence right away, and this view, which obviously matches the video. Guys, that was it. You were at Aggie Green's Disc Golf Course in Fort Collins, Colorado. So this rather distinctive view that we see here is actually facing the stop dam on the Horsetooth Reservoir, though we cannot see the reservoir in the video because the dam is in the way. Anyway, I used Google Street View to confirm the details. Here's a view that matches the very beginning of the video where we can see the houses. And of course, Monica was standing right over here when she recorded the video. Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one. And oddly enough, it was another location from one of my live streams. This is very close to a place that I found in Fort Collins previously. It's only about 3 miles or 5.5 kilometers away from this spot. If anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.
Yo, check it out. I didn't want to say nothing because Jose Monkey seemed really excited about this one, but I think he missed a really big clue that would have helped him find this place super fast. So after he found this place, he asked me to go take some screenshots that he could use for the video. And as I was doing that, I noticed that that shape that he saw on that hill was actually a big letter A. And I was like, nah, he could have used that to find this place. So I went to Google and I typed in A on a mountain. And before I even finished typing it, Google was like, yo, it's Fort Collins. And guys, that was it. But listen, don't say nothing because I don't want him to feel bad. Let's just let him have this one. It'll be our little secret. Yo, I gotta go. I think he's coming.